What's going on, guys? Welcome to AZ Tag. Today we have a beast of a light. Today we are taking a look at another light from ThruNite, but this one is ridiculous. It's the biggest, baddest light that I've ever had in my hands. Definitely super bright. Something that is pretty much overkill, but this thing is pretty badass. Honestly, you have to see this thing in real life to believe what it can do, but it's pretty damn awesome. So here I have it in my hands. It's a TN42V2. We're gonna go over the specs and the features and everything that's included. So definitely let's just get right into it here. Right, so starting off with the packaging, as you can see, it comes with their standard, basically the cardboard ones, like this one right here. The only difference is, obviously this is going to be a lot bigger. So when you open the box, you're going to get this big, awesome light. And apart from the light, you do get a few accessories that come in the box. First off, when it comes to charging, instead of a regular USB charger, you're actually going to get a box charger. That's how powerful this light is. This reminds me more of like a laptop charger, and that's what you're gonna get to be able to power this. Now the cable that you're gonna be using to power this is a USB-C cable. All right, so next what we have in the box, we also have, it looks like a couple O-rings, a few covers for the charging port, also a key ring, which is basically the standard stuff you get with all lights. The one thing different is this one actually has a strap to carry the light. That's how big this light is, because it is going to be a little bit heavier than some of the regular flashlights. So you will have this strap to be able to throw over your shoulders, because honestly it's not like you can really be carrying this in your pocket. This is just way too heavy to do something like that. It's too big, too bulky, too heavy. So they included a strap, so that's pretty damn awesome. All right, so as far as the contents, that's pretty much it. The only thing else you get is your standard manual. Pretty much looks the same as all the other manuals, but explains everything, all the modes, all the features right in there. So that definitely helps when operating these lights. Okay, so what I mentioned before is that this is a super bright, big, powerful light. But how bright is it? Well, this is going to be 4,848 lumens, which is pretty damn bright. And the way this is able to put that many lumens out, it is powered by 4 of these ThruNite batteries, which all 4 of them are going to be 4,000 milliamp 21700 batteries. So you get 4 of these batteries, so this is going to make the light shine as bright as it does there. Now some of the O-rings that are included in the box, they are to to go around this part right here. Why? Because this light, just like the other ones, it is going to be waterproof. Even though it's a super huge flashlight, you wouldn't think that you can dunk this underwater, but you can dunk it underwater. It does have a rating of IPX8, which means you can go down up to 2 meters with this. So just make sure, if you are going to dunk it in the water, just like any other light, make sure the O-ring is on there. Make sure that it's nice and tight before doing anything like that. Now, as far as the charging port on this is going to be a USB-C. This is, as far as the little rubberized piece, this is pretty much standard, just like any of their other lights. Your USB-C cable is going to go right in there, and it's good to go. All right, so when you're charging it, you will have an indicator on the other side where the switch is. I don't know if you can see that. If it's red, that means it needs to be charged. Once it's fully charged, it will turn blue, and there is an indicator that will show purple if there's like any kind of abnormal charging on there. Now, as far as the lens here, as you can see, it is going to have a smooth glass all around. It looks really, really nice there with the LED in the middle. The housing here is like a aluminum. It's definitely tough. It's easy to grip just because it's so big. You can get your whole hand on it like that. It is on the heavy side, but of course that is to be expected because of the 4 batteries in there. It's also a big, ginormous light. Again, they included the strap on there, so that'll definitely help with that. Now, the one thing that is pretty similar as it is to many of their other lights is the functions. The way the functions goes is going to be pretty much the same as these other ones. Now, the last ThruNite flashlight I reviewed was this one. This is going to be the Catapult V6, and just look at the size difference on the, when I got this light, I was pretty damn impressed because of the throw on it, the beam. As you can see from the video, I really, really like that light. And then they sent me this one out, and holy shit, like this one just blew this one out of the water, which is crazy. Obviously this one's easier to carry, put in your pocket, but this one is a beast. The difference in these two is this one is actually 2,836 lumens, which is pretty damn bright itself. This is pretty much double. It's 4,848 lumens. So if you think this was super bright, yeah, you'll definitely be impressed with this. As you can see, the housing on these things, they're almost the same. To be honest, all the housing, the material on all of these lights, they're pretty much the same. They're you just get a bigger battery light as you go on, but everything looks pretty much the same. Even the switch on these things, you know, just the way they are, pretty much identical. It's just a much bigger, powerful light than this one here. Okay, so as far as the functions go, this is gonna have 5 modes, which is pretty much the same with most of the lights. They have 5 modes, and that's the Firefly, low, medium, high, turbo, and strobe. And this is gonna be no different. You're gonna get the Firefly mode, and that's gonna be 1 lumen, and that'll run 180 days if left on. The way you do that, just like any other one, hold it down for a few seconds, and it'll turn on, and you will get the Firefly mode there. Now to get to your regular modes, which is gonna be the low, medium, and high, first thing you gotta do is hit the button, and that's going to turn the light on. And then when you hold it down, it's going to cycle to low, medium, high, and then you kind of just stop it where you want. As far as the lumen output on these, the low is actually going to be 80 lumens, and that will run for 82 hours if left on. The next one on the list here is going to be the medium mode, and that will run for 15 hours, and that's going to be 425 lumens. Right, so when you get to the high mode here, that's going to be 1863 lumens, and that'll run 3 hours straight on that. And just like all other lights, you know, you double click and get to the turbo mode, and that's going to be your very, very powerful 4848 lumens. And that does have a step down mode, so you will be able to stay on this mode for 125 seconds, which is a little bit over 2 minutes, which is pretty damn good. And then from there, it will step down, and that'll go into 1737 lumens, and that'll run 160 minutes on that. I mean, this light would be really, really good for like maybe like a search and rescue type of deal. Yes, you only have 2 minutes of the 4848 lumens. But when it steps down to 1700 lumens, and that's still pretty damn powerful, because as you know, all of these lights, the most powerful mode only lasts a couple minutes before it steps down, but it's still really, really, really bright. And for most occasions, like if you're out camping, if you have just a big area of land that you need to shine, you know, 2 minutes is plenty to just look for what you need. It's definitely plenty in my book when it comes to runtime. As I mentioned before, this is waterproof, so you can dunk it underwater. Just make sure the ports are closed, but you can completely dunk this underwater and it will work perfectly. Now, as far as the distance goes, this is what really, really impressed me about this light. It has a very concentrated beam, as you can see, is like, it's crazy. What you see here on camera, it's absolutely nothing compared to how you see it in real life. It's really hard to catch like the true form of these lights on camera. It's really, really bright. The throw is super far. We're talking about a throw of 1,860 meters for this. So technically that's about 20 football fields. I know your eye can't see that far. Whatever you point it at, wherever it's at, way out there, you'll be able to see it, which is crazy. I mean, overall, I really, really like this light. I mean, obviously I'm not going to use it day to day, but if you're a collector of flashlights, trust me, you're going to want this in your collection. This thing is completely badass. Just seeing what it can do, it amazes me that there's even lights that are even brighter than this, 10,000 lumens, over than that. I honestly, this is the brightest flashlight I've had in my hands, and I'm completely amazed by it. I'm pretty sure you would be amazed by it too. You got to check this thing out in real life, because the video just does not do it justice. This thing is completely awesome, and if you guys want more information about this, go check out the link below. At the moment, there is a coupon that gives you $89 off of this beast. It is definitely a good time to buy it if you have your eye on this thing. Alright guys, that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching AZTAC, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.